I'm of the opinion that nobody deserves to be branded a pedophile over anime girls. I think the majority of people that just accuse me and other anime fans of being pedophiles willy-nilly are in it for really corrupt and selfish reasons. I believe they don't really care about the issue. They just want someone to pick on. Real minors get older over time, and these characters, even if the show came out when we were kids, we got older and the characters didn't. And so the time dilation problem is a huge factor that people don't consider. I think that people, for the most part, should just be free to like what they like and not be bullied and attacked over it.
I've seen the edits, man. It's she's 16.
And so are the vast majority of anime characters. That's like
Yeah,
the
but
most
that doesn't
common
make it
age.
okay.
My thing is that you can think it's creepy or weird or whatever, but the moment you start bullying or harassing or stalking someone, you've gone too far. These are lines on paper. Whether I make a nude edit of her or Jolene is completely inconsequential. It's just me liking the female form.
If you're able to sexualize a minor in a cartoon, and you're able to like make nudes of a minor, like it's not hard to like make a leap that you would sexualize like a real minor.
That's a little paranoia, but a lot of that's the view of a lot of like ignorant people and stuff.
Evan Joestar is a name you've likely never heard of. On the surface, he looks like your average, pasty white guy that's a little too obsessed with anime. However, underneath this unassuming image lies dark secrets and very disgusting obsessions.
What I do are authentic nude edits of waifus from various screenshots. If she's got a nice figure and nice form-revealing clothing, I naturally have the urge to go on Paint and erase it and use some other methods to make it look like an actual screenshot from the anime.
There's a lot to unpack when it comes to Evan Joestar. This is a quick list of facts about him that we're going to be going over in this video. Evan is an incel. At 30 years old, he is still a virgin. He has a detailed 5-page story describing why he believes this is the case. Evan is also a brony. Some of his favorite waifus are from the show Equestria Girls and Ladybug. In fact, he likes these characters so much he goes as far as making nude edits of them. Evan's obsession with making underage cartoons naked doesn't stop there. He also has a DeviantArt account with over 130 entries of his own, and over 1,300 favorites of nude anime girls, IRL nude women, and clothed fictional minors. Yeah, he's just like the White Bowser. This is the story of Evan, the man obsessed with underage anime girls. Evan Gregg, better known as Evan Joestar, was born on August 23rd, 1993. While not much is known about his life growing up and what shaped him into becoming the kind of person he is today, we do know how and why he was found out and put on my radar now in 2023. The discovery of Evan and his disturbing habits started in the comment section of an Underflow video. It was Underflow's video on the White Bowser where you could find Evan here in the comment section. Here you could see him coming to the defense of another underage cartoon lover, Earl Doobie. Nobody deserves to be branded a pedophile solely over anime girls. That makes the word pedophile lose its stigma. 2. Anime girls are not real and cannot be subjected to our laws. Since there is no real minor to protect, it is her likeness that the anime Karens are trying to restrict. They resemble adults. Many anime teenagers like Komi and Momo look like adults. This is the same genre where Japanese people look like Nordic white people. 4. Anime girls do not age like us. So if a John was her age when he got a crush on her, he becomes a pedophile because she got older and she stayed the same? If adjusted for real time, most underage heartthrobs would be well over 18. Just add her age, 15 to 17, to the number of years since the show came out. 5. If liking anime girls like Rami or Momo makes someone a pedophile, then people attracted to anthro girls like Lola Bunny or Amy Rose must be labeled as zoophiles. 6. Nobody who starts fights with others over anime girls ever has any honest, noble intentions. They are always toxic people seeking attention or narcissistic supply. If they truly thought someone was a pedophile, they'd be doing something, not acting like a school bully in the comments and posting low-effort memes. Damn, your video is full of toxic virtue-signaling fandom police who call innocent people pedophiles over anime girls. You really need to address this. I'm not defending Bowser. If he was sharing sexual content of animated toddlers, I agree that is f***ed up. But calling people pedophiles for finding Momo Yayo Rosa attractive is also f***ed up. It was very clear he was a sympathizer of the white Bowser and would chastise people who hated on Bowser over his love for cartoon minors. In fact, Evan sounded so much like the white Bowser when he argued with others that people actually thought it might be an alt account for Earl. They ended up looking into the videos on Evan's YouTube account that was replying to everyone, and it was discovered that this was not Bowser at all. The first video on his channel shows Evan front and center with his brother trying out hot sauces, so it's very apparent that this is not the white Bowser. And after all of this information was found out, a man named Zippity would do a live stream making fun of the comments Evan was leaving on Underflow's video. This is really what initiated the search into Evan's background and online history. On Zippy's live stream, he would react to a now private video on Evan's channel called Why I Can't Get Girls. In this video, Evan drives around aimlessly for 20 minutes blaming the infrastructure of Houston for being the reason he can't get girls. Zippy would also find a page on the Encyclopedia Dramatica that was dedicated to Evan all the way back in 2018. I'm not exactly sure what he was doing almost 6 years ago that pissed people off enough to make a page archiving the things about him, but he did something. On this ED page, we can learn a ton of fascinating facts about Evan, like his OC, Darth Vegeta Voorhees. This OC is a mix of the characters Darth Vader, Vegeta, and Jason Voorhees. And yes, those are Nazi armbands you're seeing. Evan added these because he thinks it makes his character look cooler and more villainous. He even likes to dress up as this character for Halloween and anime conventions. On the ED page, you also find out about his Facebook hug box that was created for him called Evan's Support Group. An archive post reads, Evan has really low self-esteem and can't seem to find a girlfriend and believes that no girl wants to date him. And this group is to show him how awesome he is and give him some confidence. After Zippity's stream on Evan concluded, it would not take long for Evan himself to make a response video to Zippy. In this response video, he calls Zippy a loser amongst many other things in an attempt to defend himself.
Nobody deserves to be branded a f***ing pedophile solely over anime girls.
Well, and then he goes on and says, I find Momo sexually attractive. Momo being the 14-year-old frog girl from My Hero Academia.
God damn, I told you this guy was stupid. Anyways, the tiniest little Google search of the character would disprove that. Froppy is the 14-year-old frog girl. Momo Yaoyorozu is the class president girl who is very mature for her age. As you can see, she is a fully formed, sexually mature young woman who could easily pass for 20. I've even told her voice actress that I like the character a lot, and she didn't have a problem with it. She doesn't have a problem with people liking her character. The only people who give me a hard time for liking her are dipshits on the internet that are too scared to say it to my face.
This video response clearly didn't get him the results he was looking for because in less than 24 hours he deleted it entirely. From there, both Zippy and Cow Wrangler would try and have Evan come on their streams to speak with them, but he refused. And by this point, people began finding and archiving everything that we're going to be discussing going forward now that we know about how we discovered Evan. The first thing I mentioned about Evan was that he is an incel, and that is no exaggeration. One of the first things found while looking into Evan's online footprint was a 5-page story on Wattpad called The 27-Year-Old Virgin. Hello, I'm Evan. I'm a heterosexual man in Texas. I am 28 years old and I am a virgin in more ways than one. Is it because I'm saving myself for marriage? Or I'm not interested in girls or sex? For most virgins my age, the answer would be yes. As for me, absolutely not. And I feel I'm one of the few non-abstinent virgins out there. To be frank, if it were up to me, I would have had sex with many lovely girls by now, like most popular guys have. Getting hugs and kisses from lots of girls would be my personal heaven. I've always had a weakness for beautiful girls. At times, it seems like I liked half the girls in my high school classes. However, life has been very cruel to me regarding this. Every girl I've ever asked out in person or online has rejected me. Any girl I liked had a boyfriend or was LGBT. Even the ugly girls never showed me interest, especially after graduation. Now how did this come to be? What kind of guy is a virgin when he's not saving himself? Don't I have a 50s diner down the street from my house I can hang out and pick up girls like everyone else does? He goes on to describe the reason why he's still a virgin is because of his hometown, Houston, Texas. Houston itself is one of the most poorly planned cities in all of America. It is a city of stagnant construction, workaholics, traffic jams, and crumbling infrastructure. Just a few years ago, it seemed like half of the roads on the maps were closed off, just as the city city was flooding with new people coming in. Culturally, it is one of the most boring cities in America, especially compared to its cultural neighbor, Austin. It is not a very social city, rather a city where people live to work and take care of their families. It is one of those places where people don't really talk to people they don't know. I can't just talk to girls at the gas station or the gym or Walmart or even the Chinese buffets I like to go to. Girls go there to shop, work out, grab a meal, etc., not be hit on by creeps like me. Even the hottest guy at Planet Fitness at any given time wouldn't dare talk to a girl he doesn't already know. It really hurts me seeing all these cute girls at Planet Fitness and having no ways to talk to them without scaring them. Apart from blaming Houston itself, Evan is also upset with the women in Houston. If I had $1 for every time I was getting along with a girl online and then I'm blocked, and I ask her on another account why she blocked me and if we can talk things out, on all I get is another block. Or I add a girl I haven't seen since high school and I'm blocked, and ask what the problem is and I'm blocked again. This hurts me so bad. Far worse than it hurts you. It is disturbing how expendable I am to girls I thought were nice. How one day everything is fine and then the next day I'm blocked. Or I make one XOXO comment on a pretty picture and they show no mercy. Not sure if it's because of my autism, but I believe when someone blocks me that they hate me and wish I was dead. Another story Evan wrote on Wattpad was titled, "Your Waifu is Underage, an Adult's Discussion." In this post, he describes why it's okay to sexualize underage cartoon characters. And here's a note from the archiver that read this whole story. Evan thinks they're just cartoons and employs these arguments whenever pressed on making nude edits of underage fictional minors. Evan's arguments here mirror the white Bowser, who is a predator. Evan is so into anime waifus that he has made a spreadsheet of every single one of his. And any character you see on this list marked with a red dash is underage. One of the most disturbing waifus on Evan's list is the character Ladybug. This character is only 13 years old, and his obsession with these young characters does not stop with a simple waifu chart. Another thing discovered was his DeviantArt profile. On this account, Evan posts nude edits of the waifus we were previously discussing. He has over 130 entries of his own nude waifu edits and 1,300 favorites of nude anime minors. To say he has an unhealthy obsession with these underage characters is an understatement. Much like the white Bowser, Evan also sees no issue in drawing naked minors because, in his own words, they're just lines on paper.
These are lines on paper. Whether I make a nude edit of her or Jolene is completely inconsequential. It's just me liking the female form.
Now, earlier in the video, I said Evan refused to go on any live streams following his discovery. However, he did agree to do an offline debate with somebody that I know, and I was given the golden opportunity to sit in and be a moderator of this debate.
Okay, well, I guess I'll say that I'm of the opinion that nobody deserves to be branded a pedophile over anime girls, especially if those girls don't look super young. I think the majority of people that just accuse me and other anime fans of being pedophiles willy-nilly are in it for really corrupt and selfish reasons. I believe they don't really care about the issue. They just want someone to pick on. And I think that people, for the most part, should just be free to like what they like and not be bullied and attacked over it.
We've told you this many times. We aren't branding you a pedophile outright. It's just red flags.
Well, the thing is, ages and character designs don't always intermix. I've said before that if they looked like obvious children, like they can't even be mistaken for 18, I would get it. But when the characters look like adults and are voiced by adults, act like adults, and they're only like 16, 17 on paper, I don't feel like they should be treated like they were real minors. Real minors get older over time, and these characters, even if the show came out when we were kids, we got older and the characters didn't. And so the time dilation problem is a huge factor that people don't consider.
I've seen the edits, man. It's she's 16.
And so are the vast majority of anime characters. That's like
Yeah,
the
but
most
that doesn't
common
make it
age.
okay. That doesn't make it okay, man.
But they're lines on a paper. It's inconsequential.
If you're able to sexualize a minor in a cartoon and you're able to like make nudes of a minor, like it's not hard to like make a leap that you would sexualize like a real minor.
That's a little paranoia, but a lot of that's that's the view of a lot of like ignorant people and stuff.
This lasted about an hour, and for a majority of the time, Evan was deflecting and going in circles over the fact that these are just cartoons. However, I believe there are some notable things that shows Evan's true character.
Well, I mean, you liked 13-year-old characters in your favorites, so I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
And as for Ladybug, I wish the show would allow her to grow up too. It's unfair that they just
So you
make
could
her look
sexualize her
super
next.
pretty. I just think it's unfair that they make her look that pretty, but then make her that age and keep her at that age. And
Yeah,
she's
boo-hoo.
voiced by an adult. There's a lot of adults who've cosplayed her. Most people that find Ladybug attractive are not attracted to that age group. They just wish they could have a girl like her.
Yeah, again, she is 13, so that would be pretty weird.
Like they wish they had an adult girlfriend who looked like her for the most part. And that's your opinion. I'm just trying to explain to you why that should just be your opinion and why we don't feel like monsters for making those pictures. Because the reason we don't feel like monsters is because they're ultimately lines on a paper at the end of the day. And we know these characters would be like well above 18 if they aged in real time like the rest of us.
And while it felt like not much progress was made throughout this conversation, Evan did say this at the end.
Okay. And I think I could come to the compromise that if I tell you that I won't upload any more nude edits of underage characters, will that be a good
While I don't fully believe he will stop making nude edits of these underage characters, only time will tell. The last funny notable thing about Evan here is his story he's writing called Remy's Bizarre Adventure, Pink Justice. Much like Chris Chan, Evan is also writing his own OC based off his #1 waifu, Remy, from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is basically Evan's fantasy world where he writes himself into the story constantly again and again just like Chris Chan. And Evan is so obsessed with the character Remy that he has even decided to set up and run his own subreddit dedicated to her. While he's been banned off Reddit for some reason, this subreddit still exists today. And these are all the things we currently know about Evan Joestar. Thank you for watching my video, and until next week, I'm out.